Page 22, last paragraph. The horse in India and the northwestern neighborhood in 2000th century BC. The use of the horse spread in South Central Asia, Afghanistan, and Eastern Central Asia only after 2000 BC. We have considerable inscriptional evidence of the spread of the horse in Western Asia between the 17th and 14th centuries BC. The Kassites owned their kingdom in Babylonia to the use of horse and the chariot. When the Babylonians first saw the horse, they called it a foreign or mountain ass because of their familiarity with the ass. This reminds us of the Vedic term used for buffalo in India. Although the term Mahisha is used for the buffalo in the Rig Veda, the text also uses the terms Gaura and Gauri, which are derived from Go, G-O, or cow. Para. Excavations have exposed the remains of the horse at several places in South Central Asia, Iran, and Afghanistan. The remains belong to the 2nd millennium BC, in the middle of which numerous representations of the horse and chariot are found in Kyrgyzia, capital K-I-R-G-I-Z-I-A, the Altai zone, capital A-L-T-A-I, Altai zone, Mongolia, capital M-O-N-G-O-L-I-A, Mongolia, the Pamir mountain ranges, and above all in South Tajikistan, capital T-A-J-I-K-I-S-T-A-N, Tajikistan. Footnote 39. The Indian subcontinent does not show a profusion of horse remains. Richard Meadow, who has made a thorough study of the remains, argues that until 2000 BC, there is no clear osteological evidence of the presence of the horse in the Indian subcontinent. Footnote 40. In his opinion, the Pirak, capital P-I-R-A-K, Pirak complex in Baluchistan provides the earliest evidence for the existence of the true horse in South Asia. Footnote 41, and this may not be earlier than the 17th century BC. Footnote 42. The life of the Indo-European was horse-centered, and they performed several rituals connected with the horse, but this does not apply to the mature Harappan culture. Whatever evidence we have belongs mainly to the period ascribable to later Harappan times. A terracotta figure of a saddle horse appears in Gumla in Baluchistan at the end of the Harappan phase. Footnote 43. More importantly, page 24, evidence of the horse riding appears in the Kachi plains of Baluchistan between 1800 and 1300 BC and later. Terracotta figures of horse riders from this period have been recovered from Perak, footnote 44, in these plains. The presence of the horse also occurs in the Chilas, capital C-H-I-L-A-S, Chilas region of the Karakoram Mountains in Pakistan. Footnote 45. The remains of the horse and horse furnishings of about the 2nd millennium BC appear in the burials of the Gandhara grave culture in the Swat Valley in Pakistan. Footnote 46. The same valley provides evidence for the presence of the horse at a place called Ghaligai, capital G Haligai, Galigai. Para. The presence of the horse in the Kachi plains of Balochistan can be linked not only its find in the Swat Valley in the north, footnote 47, but also to that in Surkotada, capital Surkotada, Surkotada, where its bones have been reported from the lowest strata belonging to about 2100 to 1700 BC, footnote 48. The Surkotada horse may have been contemporaneous contemporaneous with the Perak horse. Horse bones discovered in the Harappan layers of Kuntasi, capital Kuntasi, Kuntashi, about 100 kilometers from Rajkot, are placed between 2200 and 1900 BC. Footnote 49. A horse bone is also found in Malwan in Surat. Footnote 50. The presence of the horse is attested in Mohenjo-daro, Harappa, Ropar, and Lothal, but is restricted to the later phase of the Harappan culture. Footnote 51. So far, horse remains or terracotta figurines have been reported neither from the recent excavations at Harappa, 1980 to 93, within brackets, nor from those at Dholavira, capital Dholravira, Dholavira, footnote 52. Terracotta figurines of the horse are found in Rangpur, footnote 53. The presence of the horse in Lothal is exaggerated, footnote 54, though the site shows a culture of the transitional phase which develops into the late Harappan culture, footnote 55. Clearly, there is hardly any evidence for the presence of the horse in the mature Harappan culture. The instances that have come to light belong to late Harappan times, that is 1600 to 1000 BC, when the Vedic people had settled in the northwest part of the subcontinent. Para. The discovery of horse bones in the Swat Valley, including the Gandhara and the Ghaligai graves, is also in Bhagwanpura in Haryana, is relevant to the spread of the horse in North India. Bhagwanpura, situated in Kurukshetra district, has revealed a culture in which the painted grey ware phase overlaps with the late Harappan phase. Horse bones have been found in layers belonging to this overlap culture dated to 1300 to 1200 century BC. Footnote 56. In the context of time and place, these finds can be related to those from Gandhara. Horse bones also appear in the capital P, capital G, capital W, PGW stratum of Hastinapur, footnote 57, around the middle of the first millennium BC. Several places in northern India reveal terracotta figurines of horses and bulls in the layers of the PGW phase, footnote 58. Speakers of the Indo-European languages did not spread suddenly over Europe and Asia. Page 26. Despite their knowledge of the horse and chariot, they took a long time. They spread over the neighborhood of the Indian subcontinent in Iran, Afghanistan, and South Central Asia around 2000 BC, and their infiltration into the Indian subcontinent continued up to 1000 BC and even later. There is no doubt that the use of the horse and the chariot contributed to their speed. It is difficult to visualize that the chariots came to India through the passes of the Hindu Kush mountains. Mounted horses, however, could certainly have done so with ease. Wheeled wagons appear in the Harappan culture from about 2500 BC, but there is no indication of the use of the spoked wheels by the Harappans. Such wheels have not been found so far. However, spokes are depicted on the wheel of a toy vehicle. Footnote 59. Spokes or similar designs painted on a terracotta wheel from Dholavira belong to phase 5, footnote 60, or late Harappan times. The spokes probably appeared in the Harappan culture when it came into contact with the Vedic people. Para. Archaeology of the horse in the Gangetic Plains. Whatever the other features of the Vedic culture may have been, the widespread use of the horse is attested to by both the early and the later Vedic texts. Archaeologically, we have clear indications of the spread of the horse in the upper and middle Gangetic plains in later Vedic and post-Vedic times. In the Kuru Panchala area, horse bones are found at Bhagwanpura in Kurukshetra district, footnote 61, and at Hastinapur in Meerut district, footnote 62. Horse bones appear in Atranjikhera, capital Atranjikhera, Atranjikhera in Eta district, in PGW and post-PGW phases. Footnote 63. Further, in the new PGW phase, terracotta toys included the bull and the horse. Footnote 64. Crudely modeled figurines of what are probably a horse and bull appear in Hastinapur. Footnote 65. Para. In the northern black polished ware, within brackets capital NBPW, levels, the upper and middle Gangetic plains, various terracotta animal figurines, including the horse and the elephant, appear at numerous sites. The horse occurs in terracotta forms in the mid-level of the NBPW period at both Hastinapur, footnote 66, and Atranjikhera, footnote 67. Some horse and elephant figures have riders attached to them. Footnote 68. There are indications that the use of the domesticated horse may have spread from western to northern and eastern Uttar Pradesh. A single-phase PGW culture at Purola, capital Purola, Purola, in Uttar Kashi district, reveals the presence of the domestic horse. Footnote 69. Para. Bones of a large equine found in Narhan, capital Narhan, Narhan, in Gorakhpur district in period 1 are dated to between 1000 and 800 BC, though it is not clear whether they represent a wild or domesticated variety. Footnote 70. Page 28. A terracotta figurine of a horse belonging to period 2 reveals the use of iron but not of the NBPW, footnote 71, and is attributed to 900 to 700 century BC, footnote 72. However, the Narhan dates seem to be earlier by at least 200 years, for two samples from the middle level of its period 3B give radiocarbon dates not earlier than 300 BC, footnote 73. Its period 3 may have been around 500 BC when period 2 came to an end. The earliest clear evidence of the presence of the horse in the Middle Gangetic Basin occurs at Karaidi, capital A, capital K, Hairadih, Karaidi in Ballia district, around 1000 BC, footnote 74. I repeat, the earliest clear evidence of the presence of the horse in the Middle Gangetic Basin occurs in Karaidi in Ballia district, around 1000 BC. Footnote 74. Remains of certain wild and domesticated animals, including the horse, occur at Rajghat in the NBPW period, open brackets, 500 BC to 200 BC, close brackets. Footnote 75. Terracotta figurines of the horse found in Prahladpur in Varanasi district belong to 500 century BC, or the mid-phase of the excavated site. Footnote 76. From 500 BC onwards, the domesticated horse seems to have spread over a large portion of the Middle Gangetic Plains. The NBPW phase in Rajghat, footnote 77, Prahladpur, Buxar, footnote 78, Vaishali, footnote 79, Chirand, footnote 80, Sonpur, footnote 81, Pataliputra, footnote 82, and Champa, 83, shows representations of the horse in terracotta. Two stone molds showing figures of horses have been found at Champa. Footnote 84. The horse was a favorite of the Pataliputra people. Footnote 85. K.K. Sinha thinks that horse figurines are less numerous at the Uttar Pradesh sites in 300 to 50 BC, but are common between 50 BC and 300 AD. Footnote 86. Para. The horse symbolizes speed, and therefore the one harnessed to the chariot is called Ashu, or quick, evidently connected with Asva. Footnote 87. Hence this animal must have played an important part in the southeastward advance of the Vedic colonizers, who probably came in small bands to the Middle Gangetic Plains from the Indo-Gangetic Divide and the Upper Gangetic Plains. Para. Wheels and spokes in the Gangetic Plains. Wheels, generally solid, are used on the carts and wagons of Harappan times over a large area of the subcontinent. Footnote 88. Various types of wheels common in the Harappan period appear in the PGW levels of Ahicchatra, capital Ahicchhatra, Ahicchatra in Bareilly district, footnote 89. But in the alluvial plains of Bihar, wheels are almost absent in the Chalcolithic period in Taradihi, footnote 90, capital Taradih, Taradihi, and Sonpur, and rare in the Neolithic Chalcolithic phases in Chirand, capital Chirand, Chirand, footnote 91. However, horse-drawn chariots were in use in the megalithic culture from the 6th century BC onwards. Footnote 92. Whatsoever be their source, wheels on toy carts appear in good number in the Middle Gangetic sites in the NBPW period, which suggests the use of both solid and spoked wheels. Solid wheels made of clay occur in the early layers of the NBPW period, and those with spokes in the last phase of this period at Atranjikera. Footnote 93. Page 30. The use of the cart wheels can be inferred from terracotta objects found in Sonpur, footnote 94, Pataliputra, footnote 95, and Vaishali, footnote 96. The general use of carts, I repeat, the general use of carts can be inferred from terracotta toy carts and their fragments found in Chirand, footnote 97, Sonpur, footnote 98, and Taradi, footnote 99, and elsewhere. Wheels also appear as symbols on punch-marked coins and uninscribed cast copper coins, footnote 100. Para. The widespread use of wheels and carts/wagons in the iron-using cultures of the Middle Gangetic Plains may be contrasted with their near absence in the Chalcolithic cultures. The NBPW phase also gives several examples of spoked wheels, which were lacking earlier. Their appearance meant light carts and greater speed. Thus, in the NBPW period, in the Middle Gangetic Plains, pedestrian or pack animal transport was reinforced by cart transport. From the 4th and 3rd century BC onwards, toy cart models became common, as is evident at early historical sites including Kosambi, capital Kausambi, Kosambi, Bhita, capital Bhita, Bhita, Sonpur, capital Sonpur, Sonpur, etc. It is significant that the spread of the use of the horse in the Middle Gangetic Plains was accompanied by the diffusion of animal sacrifice, cremation, and above all, by that of the Indo-Aryan language, which assumed a concrete shape in Ashokan edicts issued from Pataliputra. All these traits, along with the horse and the spoked wheel, distinguish the Vedic culture.